Do you think Jeff Bezos worries about anxiety? Do you think Jeff Bezos has anxiety? Does he wake up every morning stressing about things that have happened in the past, things that are happening in the future? Do you think he lives in the present moment? How did he become so successful? Do you think he had to overcome his anxiety to become successful? These are questions I always ask myself. Do successful people have anxiety? Do people that are super famous, super rich, do they all have anxiety? The Rock, Alex Hormozy, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all these super rich people and successful people, well known amongst the communities of people. Do all these people, do all these celebrities, all these famous people, do they have anxiety? Do they suffer from anxiety? Suffer from stage fright, sweating, bodily spasms, nervous when talking to people? Do they get anxious? Do successful people get anxious? Now, the answer to this question is very difficult to answer because I've not lived inside these famous people's lives, but from what I've seen, I know for sure that these famous people go through anxiety. Remember, the camera only shows you the good side of life. When you see all these famous people posting videos of them at seminars, of them at events, or just in general, you always see these people calm and composed. That's because they want you to perceive them as calm, as composed, because essentially all their fans pretty much worship them. Not saying that I do or that I recommend that. Like, we shouldn't worship another human being. We should worship God. What is my overview on anxiety? My overview is that if you think less, if you think about things less, just thinking less about things, and if you are to think, focus on one thing. So if you're thinking, think about one thing, one specific thing, and tackle that one thing. Now, if you love singing, literally just think about how could I become the best singer, and just focus on that one thing. What would the best singers do? Would we take care of our health? Yes. Why would we take care of our health? So that we can sing better. Because if we have a good body, a clean body, if we're eating healthy, then more likely we'll sing better. And that's just the truth of the matter. If you eat rubbish food and you don't take care of yourself and you know how to sing, your voice is going to start crackling and you just won't sound nice or look good. Like, you can sound nice, but if you don't look good, it's like, it kind of like defeats the purpose of it. Do you guys remember, what's her name? Something Boyle, Emma Boyle or something? The one that was on X Factor, or I think it was Britain's Got Talent. And no offense to the woman, everyone is beautiful under God's eye, but she didn't look as great. She could sing. She could sing like a beast. Like, she was really good at singing, but she just didn't look good. And because of that, she got a lot of like flaming from people online. Anyway, that defeats the purpose of what I'm talking. If you're out there, Boyle, Miss Boyle, like, genuinely, I love your singing. And to be fair, she glowed up after she became famous, so she kind of looks better now. How you look is a direct indicator to your mental health, your physical health, how you look after yourself. If you're going through anxiety, people can literally tell if they just look at you. If you're going through depression, stress, or anxiety, that's crazy. You could just literally look at someone in their face or in their eyes and just immediately tell, is this person sleeping enough? Is this person stressed, depressed, anxious? Just by looking at their face. You could literally look at me right now and tell, oh, does Paul look anxious? Does Paul look depressed? Does Paul look stressed out? Does Paul have too much energy? Is Paul socially awkward? You could just tell straight away just from looking at me. That's why it's very important to keep improving your mental health, your physical health. Because these are the things that directly link to your anxiety. If you just keep breathing, doing deep breaths, you take care of your temple, your body, you eat healthy, you drink a lot of water, you socialize with people you can trust primarily if you want to share your problems. And you keep doing this over a long period of time, you'll literally be a social monster. Like you'll be in and out of conversations. You'll be talking to great people, but you need to learn how to manage your life. I made a video talking about management, so I would definitely recommend you to watch that. What do you think Mark Zuckerberg was focusing on whilst he was creating Facebook? Do you think he was worried or stressed about the past or the future? Do you think he didn't go through problems? He definitely did. You think Jeff Bezos is just like anxious about the future or the past, like something bad that happened 10 years ago? This guy has 183 billion pounds or dollars. He doesn't like, if you had 183 billion dollars, that is proof alone that you, like, what is anxiety? Like, he probably has a therapist, like a personal therapist, personal counselors, people he talks to every day that help him with these issues that he goes through. And you could literally just do these things from home. He's just obviously privileged. And like, I love talking about famous people because they're successful for a reason. They're successful because they focused on something that's important to help society. And they created that thing. They finished that task. And it became a massive project that eventually became successful. And now we all use Jeff Bezos, like Amazon. We all order online and Prime. We all obviously Amazon started off as a book selling store. And now we all use it. Like, just imagine the anxiety you would get if Amazon like shut down and like you had so many things that you needed to order. The only good thing is that there's obviously a lot of replacements now. It's just like we've deemed it as such a high thing in society that like it would be weird if Amazon just shut down randomly because it's such a big, massive business. Obviously, I know he's not like the CEO anymore, but still, like, he's super famous and he probably still has like a percentage market share in that business. Why do we get anxiety? I think most people need to ask this question. Why, like, where does it come from? Where does this anxiety come from? It can come from a lot of things, but the main thing from what I've observed where people get anxiety is lack of management, lack of looking after yourself, putting yourself first in order to put other people in the picture. You need to look after yourself and work on yourself Like, you can't look after a beggar if you're a beggar. You you have to you have to put the work in. It's just the truth of the matter. You have to work hard to become successful. Now, you can work smart and hard, but always the person that works hard and does it consistently and focuses on one thing, that person will always outperform all the other people. And we see this in today's day and age. All these other people that are successful, like Jeff Bezos, he didn't worry about all his anxiety. Yes, he may have been facing it. Yes, he may have had problems with worrying about the past or the future, stress. Come on, like, if you have a successful business, of course you're gonna go through stress and anxiety. Like, will this thing work? Will this thing become successful? He probably thought these things many times, but rather than worrying, Jeff Bezos thought, okay, I know what my problem is. I'm gonna work even harder to fix this situation so that I can alleviate this anxiety that I'm getting. And he worked through it, and Jeff Bezos is now in the 100 billions for his hard work. So all that anxiety paid off, or he didn't let the anxiety overcome him. Because some people, they let the anxiety overcome them. And that's the reason I make these videos, because I want to be here for the people that are going through anxiety, because I know exactly what it's like firsthand. And I know everyone wants to become successful. You would be stupid to say, no, I don't want to become successful. Like, everyone wants to become successful, look after their family, themselves, look after their grandchildren to come, have acres of land in different parts of the world. Everyone wants to become successful. But if you are suffering from anxiety, if you're worried about talking to people and socializing, and you're worried about the past, or you're always stuck in your head, or you overthink about the wrong things, then becoming successful is going to take you a longer time, because you're stuck in your head. You're not taking the actions to defeat this thing that keeps causing you anxiety. Take a deep breath, and whilst you're taking this deep breath, I want you to consider, what is the most important thing you could do in your life that could help millions, if not billions, of people? And I want you to really think about this thing. Even if it takes you a week, a month, just think about, what is the most massive thing I could do. And after I've done that, if I've completed this one massive thing that could help millions or billions of people, I'll be so fulfilled in life that no matter what anyone tells me, no matter what the situation may be, I can't be anxious, because I know I've fulfilled this great mission. Think about that mission, and your next steps after after you found this massive thing that you want to help people with. And I'm going to link this to anxiety. Just watch. After you found this thing, I want you to, I hate these, like, these noises outside of my window, like shut the hell up. But yeah, genuinely, I want you guys to think about the most massive thing that could make you successful, that could help millions or billions of people around the world. And after you've thought of this thing, the next step is, what would be the simplest thing I could do today? What would be the easiest thing I could do today to actually put one step forward into this direction of this thing that I want to start? And if you have something, and I'm not saying your job, like, if you have a job and you work for someone else, like, that is not, like, just forget that even. Like, keep working in that job until you can, like, transfer into something else. Like, I would never recommend anyone to, like, leave their job. That's a whole new anxiety in its own. But if you can have, like, a greater purpose in life, something you was kind of put on this earth to do, something that you could help millions or billions of people with, and you know you're really good at this thing and you could teach people. And if you just have this one thing that you're really good at, guys, and you actually work on this thing and you focus on this thing, forget about everything else. Yes, still keep working, look after yourself, keep in touch with family members. But anytime you catch yourself procrastinating or being idle, focus on that project. And I can assure you that if you focus on this one thing and you put enough time in it, eventually you'll start to enjoy this thing. And there won't be any room for thinking about the past and the future. There won't be any room for being nervous in conversations, because you know that I have to I have to reach this desired goal, and nothing is going to stop me from achieving this thing. That's what you call confidence. That's what you call self-belief. But you can only achieve this confidence, this self-belief, if it's matched with something that is greater, like a greater calling, a greater purpose. You can't match that self-belief or that self-confidence if you just want to be a loser every day and come home from work, play games every day, eat junk food every single day, eat junk food, watch shows and films, play games. Like, no impact, no input into your purpose. If you keep living that life, eventually you're just gonna become unsuccessful. Like, it doesn't really matter how long it takes you to become successful. It's more just the small incremental input that you make every single day into that one thing that you know that eventually I'm going to become successful. Jeff Bezos for Amazon, he didn't see success just like that. It took him decades. Decades. Some of you are literally 10 watching this. It took you your whole life before he even implemented the action to start Amazon. And Amazon started off as a bookstore. Now it literally sells everything. So believe in yourself. Find a purpose. Now, I know a lot of people say purpose, but find something that you could help as many people. Like, think of something that you could help millions, billions of people. Think of something, anything. It might take some time, like even if it takes you a year to think about this thing, but every single day, whilst you're meditating, whilst you're doing your deep breathing, think of something that could help millions or billions of people. And something that you may be good at would help. Like, if you've overcome this one specific thing, or if you have a product in mind, just something that you would enjoy doing as well, that could help millions or billions of people, and then start taking that action. Don't get anxious to start. Don't think to yourself, oh, what if this and that person thinks about me like this? Change that mindset into, if I do this, I could change this and this person's life forever. When you just make that little change in wording, it just sounds so much more fulfilling, doesn't it? One person may just literally take you off your purpose just by the perception of what you think they would think of you starting this thing. Imagine that. Imagine this person's not even in the same room with you, but just because you think that that person is going to dislike you for making this thing that you think will help millions and billions of people, you stop doing this thing because that one person that's not even in the room is thinking less of you for doing that. That's why there's no point of thinking about what other people think about you. It's better to just be in your own mind, be in your own space. Meditate, practice being in the present moment, improve your health, have hobbies, socialize. When you can do these things and just like live in an abundance, staying happy, and you don't necessarily need to be happy. Like, I'm not telling you smile 24/7. Like, that's a bit awkward. But feel happy. Like, actually feel it inside your body. I feel happy. Like, I'm going to smash it today. What could I do to help millions of people? Take a deep breath. Drink some water. Yes, you're going to have your low moments. You will have these stupid thoughts that come into your mind, intrusive thoughts. Yes, you will have problems that have arisen in the past. Yes, bad things will happen, guys. Yes, we know this. This is life 101. The world needs to test you. God needs to test you. If God didn't test you, this would be like a weird world. Like, imagine you just lived a world where nothing bad happened. You would be so in your comfort zone, so much in your comfort zone, that every like 90% of the world would die just from comfort, just from living, die early, God forbid, just from comfort. So it's a good thing that like bad things happen, because then I've noticed in every bad situation, yes, we may feel emotional or depressed or anxious, but for the people that get back up and they take it under their chin, they work harder. They use that as motivation. Other people stumble. Don't be the person that stumbles. Be the person that gets back up. And even if you do stumble, get back up, keep your head high, and know what your mission is in life. Once you know what your mission in it, blah, 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 blah. Sorry guys, I spaz out sometimes. What the hell was that? Once you know what your mission is in life, guys, I'm telling you, no one, like, people will look up to you. People will mention you in their videos. You just need to know what your mission is in life, and you need to stick to that one thing and focus on that one thing, just like Jeff Bezos would. So hopefully you found some value in this video. Make sure you check out my Discord. It will be the first link in the description. And it's a completely free community server. And I'll be helping people there, just with extra help. Get on one-on-one calls with me. Have community server calls where we can all talk to each other. You guys can share your story. Join the general chat as well. I truly do believe that no one deserves to have anxiety. And if you do have anxiety, we need to live our best lives with anxiety. We shouldn't let like a small thing stop us from living our lives. So find a purpose in life. We are going to axe anxiety. We are the mental breakdown. Yeah, I completely, genuinely, guys. Yeah, I'm out. It's been your boy, Paul. I love you guys all. Take care. We out. Peace.